Let's say you're boiling water and you accidentally touch the pan. You'll notice that right away the pan will feel really hot compared to the water inside it. But both have been on the hot stove for the same amount of time. Why is this? Well, there's actually two reasons for this. First, metals conduct heat much better than most nonmetals. And we talked about this when we talked about properties of different elements. The metal pot carries heat. It allows heat to transfer much more quickly than the water does. So when you touch the pot, here's you touch the pot, heat travels from the pot to you very quickly. When you touch the water, it's much more slow when the heat is transferred because water does not conduct heat as well. So that's the first reason. Now, why does the metal heat up much faster? Why does its temperature increase much faster than the water? This has to do with specific heat. Specific heat is the energy needed to raise the temperature of 1 gram of a substance by 1 degree Celsius. And the symbol for specific heat is CSP. And the unit is joules per gram degree Celsius. So again, this is how much energy that needs to go into a substance, 1 gram of a substance, to raise its temperature 1 degree Celsius. Objects or substances with low specific heats increase their temperatures more quickly than substances with high specific heats when exposed to the same amount of energy. This is a chart of specific heats for some common objects. So we have liquid water, we have vegetable oil, we have glass. So let's compare two of these. So let's compare glass and let's compare zinc. So we'll compare a metal to a nonmetal. Zinc has a specific heat of 0.39. That means it takes 0.39 joules of energy to raise 1 gram of zinc 1 degree Celsius. Glass has a specific heat of 0.840. That means you need 0.840 joules of energy to raise 1 gram of glass 1 degree Celsius. So it requires less energy for every degree Celsius of zinc that you need to raise it compared to 0.84 for glass. Less energy is needed to raise the temperature of zinc than to raise the temperature of glass. A concept that is very similar to specific heat is heat capacity. Heat capacity is the energy needed to raise the temperature of an object by 1 degree Celsius. The unit for heat capacity is joules per degree Celsius. And why would you use heat capacity over specific heat? Well, if you have an object, maybe something like this entire pot that's made of metal and plastic, and you want to know how much energy it takes to raise the entire pot 1 degree Celsius. You don't want to have to deal with the specific heats of each part of the object, so instead we define a heat capacity to describe the energy needed to raise the temperature of the entire object. The symbol for heat capacity is capital C. So specific heat and heat capacity are very similar concepts. The only difference is that a specific heat is for a gram, 1 gram of a certain substance, while heat capacity is for an entire object.